Okay, Coach, so the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
44, Mike, 44. I got him. 44. I got him.
From the gun, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. First carry for Raquel Armstead. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Let's go now. 10 logo. Go. 44, get.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Ready, ready. 30 base.
You get block me. You get block me.
Snap.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Undercut, exit.
He's cracked.
Fair.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Now Minshew, and this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really is.
And a loose football, and the Jags grab it. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A run for Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check 26.
Mayfield looks to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a second down coming up. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On second down, Armstead. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Recon, 132 fighter. Look at me. Go.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And the Jaguars first down.
Set, ready? 18 Gators.
53's left. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check 31. Check 31. Showing up.
Big grip.
Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First down, Jacksonville.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Get it.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Mack Wilson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Minshew sets to throw, and he's going to go down again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. On the ground, it's Chubb. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, at pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people, and oftentimes you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun is Minshew. Buying time to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A toss play to Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hurry!
44's the mic.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. That one now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Panthers. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Beginning the drive here with Armstead. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of 2 there, second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Third down, it's Armstead. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Mine's 50, mine's 50.
Hey, come on out here.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Landry, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Point it right, point it right, point it right. D-line, get that quarterback. Hey, high 7.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Mayfield.
Just like that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
That's how we do it, baby.
They fielded this Browns offense, staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
We got to step it up. Take 4, take 4. Switch. Go.
Finding some room at midfield. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. They'll set up to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Being chased out left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's got the hookup with Conley. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. It'll be Minshew again. And he completes it to Westbrook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll look to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. He'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Lambeau is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch your leg. Sling. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield off the play fake. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Jake Ryan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Back to the NFL scoreboard for his third quarter in Indy. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give running right is Armstead. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On 2nd down, Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. But he'll take this back down inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And again, it's Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check. Pistol. Check hot route. Hot.
Here's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try.
A 31-yard attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Minshew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Mike 29. Hey, defense, let's go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. It's caught by OBJ. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mayfield now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Check 25. Slam. Hey, alert. Mike. Run. I got him. Switch. Kill, kill, kill.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
20.
Danny. Hey.
Run.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Telvin Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check. Lucky.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter with a lead, but hey, you get it as a coach, you look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Alert.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Good. 180.
Check. Double dog.
Hey, alert.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Watch the run.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
You draw corporate.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Lee. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Now Minshew. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Minshew sets to throw. Steps away to his left. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. First target, first catch, and a first down.
On the ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Check.
Minshew, 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Minshew. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Of course, remember, you need a touch. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a one. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Hooked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go.
Set. 180.
Check. Not here. Slam. Check.
Hurry.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And some room to roam now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Set. 180.
All day, baby. All day.
Regular.
99. Check 99.
Cut.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
At the 18-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Browns, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.